Welcome to I Couldn't Help But Wonder, Divorce Decoded, the podcast where we untangle the legal, emotional, and financial threads of modern family law, one story at a time. I'm Lorraine Silverman, and today we're talking about something incredibly important and incredibly brave, seeking protection through the courts. This episode is for anyone who has felt unsafe and wondered if the law could help. We don't always recognize abuse right away. Sometimes it's loud, sometimes it's quiet, sometimes it's masked as controlled, wrapped in charm, or explained away as just stress. I couldn't help but wonder, when love turns into fear, what does it take to say enough? Because filing for an order of protection isn't just a legal action, it's an act of self-preservation, and it takes courage. The story. The Realtor and the Rescue Plan. Dana was a real estate broker. She dressed impeccably, closed deals like clockwork. No one suspected anything. Her husband, Evan, worked in finance. On paper, their life was picture perfect. But behind closed doors, Dana was being screamed at, tracked, isolated, and once shoved hard enough to bruise. Evan told her that he would never hurt her again. He was sorry, and he cried. She believed him. But then he got angry again. He stomped his feet. He slammed his hand on the table next to her. He did not touch her. The parties had a joint account. Dana deposited 100% of her paycheck. Evan deposited 15% of his. Dana was not allowed to ask about the money. That's just how it was between them. Dana didn't tell anyone, not her friends, not her sister, not her colleagues. Until the night Evan showed up at Dana's open house, red-faced, loud, grabbing her arm in front of a client. That was the moment Dana decided to go to family court and file for an order of protection. The legal breakdown. Orders of protection in New York Family Court. In New York, an order of protection is a court order that can direct someone to refrain from harassing you or harming you, along with a list of other enumerated offenses, or to stay away from you, your home, and even your children entirely for a specified period of time. You can file for one in family court if you and the person you're filing against are related by blood or marriage, were in an intimate relationship, or share a child. What an order of protection can do. It can prohibit contact, calls, text messages, visits, third-party contact. It can require the person to stay away from you, your home, your work, or your child's school. It can order temporary custody or child support in some cases, where appropriate, and it can direct the surrender of firearms. What you'll need to file. A written petition, called a family offense petition, explaining in detail what happened. Dates, incidents, with as much specificity as possible, is really, really helpful and important. A judge will review the petition and may issue a temporary order the very same day. A return court date will be scheduled to determine if a final order should be granted. There may be several of these dates required. If an agreement cannot be reached, ultimately a hearing or trial will be scheduled where a judge will take testimony and receive evidence on the issue. Orders can last from a few weeks for a temporary order for up to 5 years if aggravating circumstances are proven. Typically, orders last from 1 to 2 years. A violation is enforceable through the filing of a violation petition in family court or by contacting the police. If the other person disobeys the court order and that is proven, it can result in the arrest or incarceration. The takeaway? Filing for an order of protection doesn't mean you're dramatic. It doesn't mean you're trying to ruin someone's life. It means you're choosing your safety and sometimes your children's over silence. If you feel afraid, controlled, monitored, threatened, or physically unsafe, you have the right to be protected. You are not alone, and you are not powerless. However, safety planning for these decisions is key. You are not guaranteed an order, and an order protection is a piece of paper, so it is important to seek advice. Thank you for spending time with me on I Couldn't Help But Wonder Divorce Decoded on this very important issue. Next week, we'll shift toward financial recovery and an episode about rebuilding a career after years at home. Until then, if you or someone you love is in a relationship that feels unsafe, please know that legal protection exists, and so do people ready to help you access it. For confidential guidance, visit thecdslawfirm.com or reach out to the New York State Office for the Prevention of Domestic Violence at 1-800-942-6906 for confidential support. Your story doesn't end here. In fact, this might be the moment it starts to turn.